Showtime. Shohei Ohtani earned the nickname Showtime because every appearance of his feels like a full-on spectacle. His unmatched ability to dominate as both a pitcher and hitter made even routine games feel historic, and fans knew something unbelievable could happen every time he stepped on the field. Analysts compared his aura to the Lakers teams that once controlled Los Angeles, and that connection fueled the idea that he was redefining entertainment, and baseball rumors about future contracts and massive endorsement deals only boosted the mystique. Showtime represented a new kind of superstar who blended skill, charisma, and global attention. But the next nickname grew just as iconic: All Rise. Aaron Judge's nickname All Rise became a phenomenon as soon as he started launching home runs that scraped the sky. His courtroom-themed branding connected perfectly with his presence, and his size made it feel like hitters really were standing before a judge delivering a verdict. Fans embraced the phrase every time he stepped into the batter's box. Speculation about his long-term future, contract drama, and record-chasing seasons only amplified the name's meaning. All Rise captured the suspense that surrounded him, turning every at-bat into a moment of anticipation. The nickname created an identity for Judge, but the next one carried its own authority: the Minister of Defense. Manny Machado earned the borrowed nickname the Minister of Defense as fans marveled at his outrageous glove work. Originally belonging to football legend Reggie White, the title resurfaced in baseball when Machado made highlight plays look routine. His range, arm strength, and instincts convinced many that he patrolled third base with a sense of command rare in the sport. Debate sparked about where he ranked among elite defenders, and rumors about his future only fueled discussion. The nickname felt humorous at first, but it eventually matched his reputation for shutting down entire sides of the field. His defensive artistry set a new standard, but the next name unleashed chaos: the Kraken. Gary Sanchez became the Kraken the moment Yankees executive Brian Cashman joked that they were unleashing a monster on opposing pitchers. When Sanchez exploded onto the scene with freakish power, the nickname stuck instantly. Fans treated his hot streaks like storms rolling in, and every towering home run added to the mythology. Analysts debated whether he could sustain his production, and controversies about his defense kept his name swirling in headlines. Despite ups and downs, the nickname captured the fear he created when he locked in. It framed him as unpredictable and explosive, and when the Kraken awakened, pitchers had no escape. But the next nickname revealed youth: El Niño. Fernando Tatis Jr. earned the nickname El Niño because his game radiated youthful energy and fearless creativity. The phrase means the kid, and teammates used it long before fans embraced it. Tatis played with electrifying flair, turning routine plays into highlights and transforming chaotic moments into opportunities. Rumors about his long-term potential and franchise-defining talent added to the excitement. Even through injuries and setbacks, his swagger made every performance feel like a show. El Niño represented both joy and rebellion, reminding viewers of why baseball captures imaginations. His presence changed the Padres instantly, but the next nickname highlighted a different kind of athletic power: La Pantera. Luis Robert Jr. became known as La Pantera because his movements mirrored a panther stalking prey. His powerful strides, explosive jumps, and natural grace made the comparison perfect. Teammates first used the nickname in the minors, and it followed him into the majors as fans watched his blend of speed and strength overwhelm opponents. Rumors about breakout seasons and his potential to dominate every facet of the game kept excitement high. La Pantera felt like a symbol of danger and elegance, matching his style exactly. His presence could shift momentum instantly. That sleek intensity defined him, but the next nickname blended humor with brute force: Crime Dog. Fred McGriff's nickname Crime Dog became one of baseball's most beloved wordplays. ESPN broadcaster Chris Berman created it as a nod to McGruff the Crime Dog, the cartoon mascot from public safety commercials. McGriff's smooth swing and consistent power made the comparison fun and oddly fitting. Fans loved how he quietly stacked impressive numbers while avoiding drama. His Hall of Fame debates and late career resurgence kept his name relevant, proving the nickname had staying power. Crime Dog captured his reliability and bite at the plate, portraying him as a steady threat to pitchers. His identity became inseparable from the moniker, but the next nickname enforced order: the Sheriff. Max Scherzer earned the Sheriff because he commanded the mound with an intimidating, no-nonsense demeanor. His mismatched eyes added to the legend, giving him a stare that felt almost supernatural. Opponents knew he delivered pitches with ruthless precision, and teammates joked that he kept hitters in line like he ran the entire league. Rumors about clubhouse intensity and fierce competitiveness only fueled the reputation. Every outing felt like he was setting the rules. His presence demanded respect. The sheriff became shorthand for dominance and grit, but what comes next shifts from authority to pure force. But first, only cool people are subscribed to this channel, so hit that subscribe button before we go any further. Boomstick. Nelson Cruz created the nickname Boomstick to reflect the power he carried in his hands. Inspired by a shotgun from a cult classic movie, he used it to label his bat as a weapon capable of launching baseballs into orbit. Fans embraced the branding as Cruz stacked season after season of elite power numbers, and whispers about his ageless performance kept attention on him. Boomstick represented intimidation and reliability, marking him as a clutch threat in any lineup. His ability to destroy pitching never seemed to fade, defying expectations. The nickname became a signature identity, but the next one focuses on contagious charisma. Mr. Smile. Francisco Lindor became known as Mr. Smile because his joy never left his face, even during intense moments. His charismatic energy turned him into a fan favorite instantly, and teammates relied on that positivity to lift the clubhouse. The nickname grew during Players Weekend and stuck as he embraced the role fully. Contract drama, market pressure, and big expectations followed him. Yet the smile remained a defining trait. Mr. Smile highlighted both his personality and leadership, proving that confidence could change the tone of an entire franchise. His presence made everything feel lighter, but the next nickname brings thunder and theatrical flair. Bringer of Rain. Josh Donaldson adopted the nickname Bringer of Rain from a dramatic line in a gladiator-themed TV show, and it matched his style perfectly. His towering home runs felt like storms arriving without warning, and each blast added to his legend. Fans used the nickname whenever he delivered in clutch moments, and critics debated whether his intensity helped or hurt his teams. Controversy surrounding his outspoken personality kept him in headlines. Still, the Bringer of Rain identity captured the chaos and excitement he created at the plate. The nickname became part of his brand, but the next one connected heritage and power in a different way. The Hebrew Hammer. Ryan Braun earned the nickname the Hebrew Hammer during his rise as one of the league's most feared hitters. The name referenced both his heritage and his ability to crush baseballs with incredible force. Fans and media embraced it early, and it became shorthand for the damage he did in the batter's box. Controversies surrounding his career added complicated layers, but the nickname remained recognizable across the sport. Braun's peak seasons were packed with dramatic moments, and the Hebrew Hammer reinforced his identity as a relentless slugger. The title blended culture and performance, but the next nickname belongs to a legend who shut the door on everyone: the Sandman. Mariano Rivera's nickname. The Sandman originated from his iconic entrance song, which sent chills through stadiums as soon as the first notes hit. Opponents knew the game was ending the moment he stepped out of the bullpen. His cutter carved up hitters, creating a sense of inevitability that defined his entire career. Rumors about whether anyone would ever match his postseason dominance only amplified the mystique. The Sandman symbolized finality and fear, perfectly fitting a closer who built his legend in the ninth inning. His walkouts became unforgettable rituals, but the next nickname sparks memories of blazing speed and comic book comparisons. Flash. Tom Gordon earned the nickname Flash for his electric fastball and rapid delivery, a combination that overwhelmed hitters throughout his career. Sharing a name with a famous comic book hero only strengthened the connection, and fans embraced the theme quickly. Gordon's high-energy style made him must-watch television, especially during seasons where he dominated out of the bullpen. Analysts debated how long he could sustain his peak, and injuries became part of the storyline. Still, the nickname fit perfectly because everything about him felt fast. Flash captured both his personality and performance, but the next nickname belongs to a pitcher who operated with surgical precision. Doctor. Dwight Gooden became known as Doc because he dissected hitters with the precision of a surgeon. Originally labeled Dr. K for his staggering strikeout totals, the shorter version took over as he evolved into a phenomenon fans watched in disbelief as he delivered one of the greatest pitching seasons ever, and debates raged about how dominant he could become long-term. Rumors, setbacks, and personal struggles shaped the narrative, but the nickname remained a symbol of his unmatched potential. Doc captured both his brilliance and the expectations surrounding him. His career left a complicated legacy, but the next nickname conjures images of monsters and destruction. Godzilla. Hideki Matsui carried the nickname Godzilla long before joining MLB, thanks to his towering home runs and intimidating presence in Japan. When he arrived in New York, the name fit even better, symbolizing the destruction he brought to opposing pitchers. His calm demeanor contrasted with the chaos he caused at the plate, and fans loved the duality. Godzilla reached legendary status with his unforgettable World Series performance that silenced critics and cemented his place in baseball history. Whispers about his international impact and image boosted the name further. Godzilla became more than a nickname, but the next title represents the mastery of closing games. The closer. Trevor Hoffman earned the moniker The Closer because he practically defined the job for an entire era. His entrance music blasted through stadiums, warning opponents that the final outs belonged to him. Hoffman's changeup baffled hitters repeatedly, and debates swirled about how he compared to other all-time great relievers. The nickname seemed simple, yet it captured how he turned the ninth inning into his personal domain. Fans trusted him with slim leads, and his consistency built a legacy few pitchers could match. The closer reflected both reliability and intimidation, but the next nickname channels wild energy and unpredictability. The Wild Horse. Yasiel Puig became known as the Wild Horse after broadcaster Vin Scully described his unpredictable and explosive playstyle. Puig could deliver breathtaking moments, from cannon-like throws to daring base-running decisions that defied logic. Sometimes the chaos worked perfectly, and other times it sparked controversy, but fans never looked away. Rumors about clubhouse clashes only fed his mystique. His athleticism made each play an adventure, and the nickname captured that restless, all-out intensity. The Wild Horse symbolized excitement and volatility in equal measure, but the next nickname belongs to a legend who inherited power and presence from his family, Baby Bull. Orlando Cepeda earned the nickname Baby Bull as a tribute to his father, Pedro the Bull Cepeda, who was a hero in Puerto Rico. When Orlando arrived in the majors with the Giants, his strength and stature made the comparison inevitable. Fans saw hints of his father's legacy in his powerful swing and confident presence. Baby Bull symbolized both lineage and impact, and as Sid developed into a star, the name followed him everywhere. Discussions about his Hall of Fame worthiness also reignited interest in the nickname. Baby Bull represented heritage and dominance, but the next name takes intimidation to an entirely different level. The Beast. Jimmy Fox earned the nickname The Beast because of the punishing force behind every swing he took. Pitchers feared him as he blasted home runs with staggering power, often sending balls to distances rarely seen in his era. His physical presence added to the aura, making him look like someone built to destroy baseballs. Stories circulated about his legendary strength, fueling the mythology. The nickname captured his ferocity at the plate and his ability to change games instantly. The Beast showcased raw, overwhelming talent, and his dominance continues to inspire awe. But the next nickname emerged not from power, but from music and cultural impact. Joltin Joe. Joe DiMaggio earned the nickname Joltin Joe thanks to a hit song celebrating his incredible 56-game hitting streak. The tune captured his smooth swing, quiet intensity, and ability to electrify stadiums without saying much. Fans loved the elegance he brought to the field, and the nickname became part of his identity as he chased records that still stand today. Rumors about his personal life, celebrity relationships, and mysterious demeanor only added to the mystique. Joltin Joe signified momentum and grace bundled into one legend. His name echoed through a golden era of baseball, but the next nickname came from chaos rather than calm. Boom Boom. Walter Beck became known as Boom Boom for reasons far different from dominance. Instead of overpowering hitters, he repeatedly surrendered balls that crashed loudly off outfield walls. After one especially rough outing, he jokingly threw the ball at the wall himself, producing another boom that made teammates laugh. The nickname stuck immediately. Turning misfortune into comedy Boom Boom reflected both frustration and personality, showing how players embraced humor during tough moments. The name made him memorable in a unique way, but the next nickname highlights blazing speed and collegiate pride. The Fordham Flash. Frankie Frisch earned the nickname the Fordham Flash while starring at Fordham University, where his speed and athleticism overwhelmed opponents. When he transitioned into the majors, the name followed him as he continued swiping bases and covering ground with remarkable quickness. His aggressive style made him a fan favorite, and many believed he played faster than anyone of his era. Debates about his all-around impact kept him in baseball conversations for decades, especially as he became a Hall of Famer. The Fordham Flash symbolized both school pride and elite speed, but the next nickname came from an injury that unexpectedly created pitching magic. Three Finger. Mordecai Brown received the nickname Three Finger after losing parts of 2 fingers in a childhood accident. Instead of ending his future in baseball, the injury gave him a unique grip that produced pitches with astonishing movement. Hitters struggled to understand how he generated such unpredictable breaks, and his success quickly turned the nickname into a symbol of resilience. Fans admired how he transformed misfortune into mastery, and stories about his unusual mechanics became part of baseball lore. Three Finger represented innovation born from hardship. His legacy proved talent can come in surprising forms, but the next nickname captures a whirlwind of energy: the Tornado. Hideo Nomo became known as the Tornado because his unorthodox windup twisted his entire body into a spinning coil before exploding toward home plate. The motion confused hitters and mesmerized fans, helping him dominate in Japan and later in MLB. His arrival created a global wave of excitement, and rumors about international impact surrounded his career. The Tornado captured both his unpredictable movement and the cultural storm he generated. Each start felt like a spectacle. His nickname reflected not just mechanics, but momentum that swept across continents. The Tornado reshaped perceptions of international talent, but the next nickname contrasts gentleness with fierce competitiveness. The Georgia Peach. Ty Cobb earned the nickname the Georgia Peach as a nod to his southern origins. Though it carried ironic weight, Cobb was anything but gentle, playing with a ruthless edge that intimidated opponents and sparked countless stories about his intensity. Writers used the nickname to soften his image publicly while acknowledging his complicated personality behind the scenes. Rumors, confrontations, and fiery moments shaped his legend, turning him into one of baseball's most debated figures. The Georgia Peach highlighted the tension between charm and ferocity. It became a lasting symbol of a player who defied expectations, but the next nickname reflects blinding speed and youthful dominance. Rapid Robert. Bob Feller received the nickname Rapid Robert for a simple reason. His pitches arrived faster than hitters could process. Before radar guns existed, witnesses swore he reached triple-digit velocity, and his strikeout totals backed up the legend Feller debuted as a teenager and instantly overwhelmed major league batters. Creating debates about whether anyone could match his natural heat, Rapid Robert captured his explosive style and energetic personality, turning him into one of baseball's earliest phenoms. His dominance seemed effortless. Adding to the mythology, the nickname symbolized pure velocity and competitive fire. But the next nickname came from a pitcher unafraid to crowd hitters: the Barber. Sal Maglie earned the nickname the Barber because he shaved the edges of the strike zone with pitches that ran dangerously close to hitters. Opponents knew he would not hesitate to throw inside, forcing them to stand their ground while fearing the next delivery. His fearless approach became legendary, sparking debates about intent and intimidation. The Barber represented a blend of skill, control, and psychological warfare, sculpting at bats with razor-sharp precision. Fans admired his gritty style, and teammates respected his commitment to winning. The nickname became iconic, but the next one points to height and elegance rather than menace. High Pockets. George Kelly received the nickname High Pockets because his tall frame made him appear to reach higher than anyone around him. Especially when stretching for throws at first base, teammates teased him for looking like he stored everything halfway up his torso, and the joke eventually stuck. Fans connected the nickname to his graceful style, which contrasted with his towering stature. High Pockets represented both affection and recognition of his unique presence on the field. Kelly's reliable hitting and smooth defense turned the lighthearted name into a lasting badge of identity. It suited him perfectly, but the final nickname honors a visionary who reshaped baseball's future: the Mahatma. Branch. Ricky earned the nickname the Mahatma for his wisdom, moral conviction, and groundbreaking decisions that transformed the sport. Writers compared him to global leaders known for guiding others with resolve, and his role in signing Jackie Robinson strengthened that perception. Ricky's forward-thinking strategies, including building the modern farm system, helped redefine how teams develop talent. Rumors about his influence behind the scenes added to the legend. The Mahatma symbolized leadership rooted in principle and innovation. His decisions reshaped baseball's landscape permanently. His nickname reflects legacy, courage, and vision. If you like this video, consider watching this next one, which YouTube thinks you are going to really love.